What's up, everybody? This is Not Your Ordinary Barber with N.Y.O Barbershop. I want to say welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a slick back pompadour with a mid to low skin fade on the sides. Let me know what you guys think of this cut after the video. Drop a comment. Alright, so first off, we're going to add a little bit of texturizing cream to the wet hair. Because the hair is wet, it's going to make it a lot easier to spread it and go throughout the whole hair. I like this product a lot. I might do another video about this thing later on or something, show you guys what I use it for exactly, but I find out it's a lot easier than using hairspray and pomade, at first anyway. So now I'm taking my blow dryer, my Gamma blow dryer, and a vented brush, and I'm basically just going to dry it and start brushing it the way I want the hairs to lay. In the front there though, I'll probably give it a little bit of volume, so what I'll do is I'll twist the brush into it and pull it straight up. But I'm basically just letting the blow dryer do most of the work, man. I'm not doing nothing crazy, just drying it and brushing it in the way I want it to lay. I don't know about you guys, but I don't get too many of these haircuts in the barbershop, so I was kind of excited to do this video. Yeah, right there you can see pretty much how the top is going to start to lay on the side there. I find that it's a lot easier to fade the sides once you get the top to where to lay and to go in the direction you want to. Alright guys, so right now I'm going to use my my comb and just comb through the hair, make sure everything falls right. You got a few hairs sticking out, but all that we're going to take care of once we start fading the sides. Now I'm using my N.Y.O machine with the lever closed. We're going to put our bald line in. I'm going to start in the middle of the C cup and work my way down behind the ear and around towards the back of the head. I like to do one side, then go directly to the other side. I don't take it all around to the back at first. I like to make sure both sides are, they're both the same. Starting in the middle of the C cup, dropping it behind the ear, and then coming down towards the back. Now once I get to the back, I like to connect the two, and that'll give it a nice shape. And sometimes they'll be a little off. One might be a little bit higher than the next one, but you'll use your mirror and you'll make sure everything is nice and clean and everything looks good. Now I'm using my Walls detailer, and we're going to clean up all the hairs just below the guideline with the machine, with the clipper closed. Now I noticed that you guys can probably save a lot of time like this too. Try to get as many of the hairs as possible. Get all the hairs that you see just below the machine closed, and that way later on you don't have to go back with the machine and get those little hairs, or use your razor. Try to clean up as much as possible. Something else is very important. You got to make sure that you don't take those trimmers too high, because then you're going to end up leaving another line. It's going to be harder to take out afterwards. So take it just below where you left off with the clipper closed. You see, now we're going to start cleaning up by the beard, going almost on the top, cleaning behind the ears, just trying to get as much of the hairs as possible. It's only going to save you some more time later on. Alright, so now I'm taking my Baby Bliss shavers, and we're going to be cleaning everything up, getting it down to skin. I like to take the shavers and go down with them first before I go up. I find that it's a lot easier As you're less likely to leave a line that way. A lot of you guys know that that line is probably the hardest line to get out. Always flick out. Don't leave it pressed on the head for too long. Everything is in a fading motion, like a scratching motion. Go down with the shaver, go back up. Make sure everything is nice and clean. Okay, now we're going to use our 1.5 clip with the lever open. We're going to go up about 1.5 to 2 inches. Yeah, I'm going to be fading downwards today. So we're going to start off with the 1.5 clip. Right there, the clip is closed. The clippers are closed, and we're going to be just going up about 1.5 inches. Clipper, it'll be open, then we're going to be going up about 2 inches. Here the clippers are closed. I want you guys notice the motion of how the machine is moving. It's like a scratching motion. We're flicking out as we go up towards the top. Right here, I just pointed out in the back of his head. Not to take it up higher than 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Also use the shape of the customer's head. You don't want to dig in on anything you don't want to make such a hard line on. Use the customer's head, use the shape of the head. Now we're going in with the one open. I'm just going to clean up around his beard. I'm going to take that one open just below where I left off with the 1.5 clip closed. The one's open just below where we left off with the 1.5 clip. Now we're going to close it and go just below where we left off with the one open. Usually everything from a 1 and above, I either do open and close. I don't do in between or anything like that. When I started to learn how to cut hair, we really didn't have machine with the clicks in them. You guys know what I'm talking about. Every time you hit a click, it stops in a certain position. The only machine that had notches back then were the Andis Masters, the wired ones. But once again, you get used to it. I either do open or close, anything from the 1 and above. Now here we're in the back of the head with the one open, right underneath where we left off with the 1.5 clip. We're not taking that all the way up to the top. The reason we're fading down also, guys, is I find that fading down is a lot easier to do a low skin fade or a low fade. Now we're going to go with the lever open, which is just the clipper with the lever open. We're going up about 1 inch now. So we're going to clear off some of the beard first, and then we're going to go up about 1 inch or so on the sides. Now with the clipper open, we're going to do open, halfway, and then close. So open where we left off with the one closed, halfway where we left off with the clipper open, and then close just to knock out that last line down at the bottom where you left off with the trimmer. So yeah, I own an N.Y.O barbershop in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. We've been open for about 2 years now. Prior to that, I had another shop that was a little bit too small, so we expanded to one in a little bit in a plaza here. You know, make it easy for the customers, things like that. But I've been cutting hair now for about 9 years or so. I started a little bit later on in life. I had kids young, so I always needed that definite work. So I really didn't pursue the being a barber at a young age like some of these guys do now. I actually waited till my kids were a little bit older, and it was a little bit easier for me to just go ahead and start being a barber. And now we're working towards the back of the head. We got the machine open, halfway, closed. Just basically blending everything and playing with the lever so we can get all the dark spots and making sure everything is nice and blended. Also, this is my first step-by-step tutorial video. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment. Also hit the subscribe button. Hopefully I'm going to be putting out some more content, more tutorials, more, a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, now here, if you look real closely towards the bottom there's a line that doesn't come right out. I'll probably end up going back with the trimmers just to bang that out and knock it out real quick. You'll see a lot of times I'll go back and forth. That's just going back and cleaning up, going back with what you left off with prior, just to go in and make sure everything is nice and clean and you get all the dark spots. Yeah, you can really see that line there in the bottom there. Yep, there it is. I pointed it out. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go back with the trimmers, and we'll just bang that out and knock it out while we're there. It's probably best not to wait till after you're done with everything to go back and do that. I would just do it right then and there. Now I'm going to take my half guard open, and we're going to just knock out and clean up everything in between the machine open and the one open. Now it's mostly about just going in, using the corner of the machine, knocking out whatever little lines you see, whatever dark spots. Another thing, guys, don't just go by your eye. Use your mirrors as well. Sometimes it's even good to look away for a little bit, then go back and look into the fade. I know you guys have probably heard it a bunch of times. Now I'm going in with the machine closed, machine open, just doing the cleanup work. Back to what I was saying. I know you guys probably heard a bunch of times your eyes play tricks on you, so on and so forth. It's just about focusing. You're focusing on one thing. It's hard to, your eyes kind of play tricks on you. You want everything to be nice and blended, so you're going to think everything is nice and blended, but it's always good to just take a step back and, go back in and take another second look at it, or use your mirrors. The mirrors are not going to lie. Another trick too is that I've taken even my cell phone. Take your cell phone, open up your camera, and take a look with your camera. That's probably going to tell you everything that is wrong with the haircut. You can see I pretty much almost finished blended in the beard with everything. And now, like I said, we're just going in with the half clip, cleaning everything up, making sure everything is nice and blended. Yeah, I can see a little bit of a line there. I'm just gonna hit it real quick. Another thing too, I know some people say, oh, like indents or bones. That stuff plays a factor too, man. Maybe I should have raised this fade a little higher or dropped it a little bit lower just to get around those bones back there. But you know, everybody has muscles and everybody's got bones right behind their ears and in their head. You know, some more than others, so it makes it a little bit difficult. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're doing your, you know, when you start off your fade. Right there you can see, yep, the beard is, we gotta go and hit it with the half open, half closed, halfway. Make sure everything blends in nice. Now I'm probably gonna take my comb and my thinning shears. We're gonna thin some of that bulk around the sides there that he's got. He likes to keep it real dark on the sides, guys. It's very important that, you know, you try to establish and figure out exactly what the customer wants. This customer likes to keep it nice and dark on the sides, doesn't like high fade at all. So we're going to use a lot of thinning shears. I might go in with the shears and comb afterwards and take care of those little hairs that stick over. But for the most part, man, I'm just going to be using that. I might take some clipper over comb, I'm not sure. We have to check in this video again. Just to knock out some of that bulk. But for the most part, he likes it nice and dark around there, guys. Like I said, try to establish that first thing in the haircut. You sit your customer down in the chair and try to establish an understanding first as to what the customer wants. Yeah, right there, I'm gonna knock out that bulk with the thinning shears. You can see everything is pretty much starting to come together, man. Now we're just going to line up the C cup, line up his front, and we'll start cleaning up his beard. I think I did use a little bit of the shears over comb, and I think I might have skipped it in making the video, but for that I apologize, guys. But everything seems to, it looks like it's starting to come together. So yeah, I got about 9 guys in the barber shop to work with me. So there's about 10 of us in total, including one of the there's a woman that works with us. She does braids and she does women's hair and nails, all types of stuff too. But you know, write a comment. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next. By the way, we're using the saber trimmers, I believe they're called. Stylecraft, the sabers. I like those things a lot, man. It's got like those deep tooth, and like as soon as you hit, man, those hairs don't move anywhere, you know. So I like those trimmers a lot. I definitely recommend those. If you're a barber starting out and you want to know what kind of you know, if you want to see a certain type of content or something like that, hit me up, let me know. Now this customer doesn't do shaver or razor under their neck. That's another thing that's important. You should always ask a customer if they're using razor or shaver under their neck, because some people do get razor bumps. Some people get ingrown hairs. You know, so sometimes you can't use a shaver or even a razor under the neck or behind the neck. So make sure you always ask your customers that. Some people can't even use the trimmers, man. Their necks are so sensitive. Alright, so here I'm just basically taking all the little extra hairs I see that are hanging over and just kind of like cutting them and cleaning them up. I'm just going to freehand it, you know. I'm not going to put a clip on or anything like that. I'll just freehand whatever little hairs and kind of like sculpt it out, you know. And we'll do the same on this side. We'll get underneath first, make sure everything is nice and clean. Get as much of those little hairs that are sticking out as possible. Another thing, guys, I'm not sure if I showed the razor work on the video as well. Like I said, it's my first video, so you know, I'm learning as I put out the content. So let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I didn't show the razor work or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Thank you for everything. Alright.